Hello everybody, welcome back to Robot Attack. My name is Smokinace007, and today we have always the special guest, Smokinace007. How are you? First thing right off the bat, you know what? I know I didn't prepare you or anything, but 007, what do you think? Go.
I want to see the next one, of course, right. And the new game, which I know you're talking about. I am all for that. To be able to create your own Bond agent. Oh my! I can't wait to see more on that. I hope they don't talk more about it until it's closer to release, because as with, I won't name any names, but there are other games that have been highly marketed that they can't be played yet. They're supposed to already come out, so hopefully we'll wait a little bit closer into to the release date of that one. But I am excited to see it. So
nice. Sorry.
Aha, you thought you had me.
I know. Anyways, yes, me and Smokinace talk about games, play games we play every month, and I figured to do something different in the intro, because why not?
I like it.
Yeah. I knew we were waiting for it anyways, and I think me and you are kind of a big fan, well, at least for me, a big fan since Nintendo 64, and I feel like, the source game that you played, there hasn't really been a 007. I mean, there was on Nintendo, the GameCube, and I know they, but I feel like this one is like the next thing since, that game, since 64, I feel like.
There's definitely been like spiritual, I don't even want to say spiritual successors, but there's been other spy games and stuff like that, but nothing that has that feel that any kid growing up in the 90s, with an N64 or a friend that had an N64 hasn't spent hours and hours. Heck, for my buddy's bachelor party a few years ago, we played 007 Super Smash Brothers on the N64 and, just got into those old games. So yeah, the market for that game is now at the point in their lives that they're going to be able to, they're going to be looking forward to playing that game most likely. So hopefully they'll deliver, and I think they will. But
oh yeah,
only time will tell.
I mean, to be fair, I only saw the trailer with the gun and the bullet going in, so I guess you know more about it than I do. It seems like clearly. So yeah. Yeah, let's get started. What games did you play last month? I'm sorry, I didn't prepare you at all. I just knew that is on the tip of your tongue, and I figured let's just get it over with.
I like it.
So yeah, what are you thinking? What did you play last month?
As far as games I played last month, there was Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, and then a little bit of Peace Walker.
Why did you play all of them, though? That's weird, hey?
It is a little weird. I'm just a weird guy. Yeah, we can move on from
that.
No, I did another, for those that don't know, a third 24-hour stream of 2020. For a little organization, Extra Life. I know it's backwards, so I apologize.
Oh, what's Extra Life? I never heard that. Sorry.
Extra Life is an organization that works with Children's Miracle Network hospitals that myself and apparently the amnesia-ridden Scouter is running into. We both raise money for Extra Life, but yeah, no, those were 5 games. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, I don't remember if I mentioned that one, was another, but I played those 5 games, beat Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4 in 24 hours, which is a goal that I had set last year. Did it, so yeah, played those. Played some other games. The PS5 released, so I've played a couple things on there.
Oh, you got one.
Astrobot. I did.
Oh,
I got very lucky in that. Played Astrobot, got the Platinum Trophy in that. Really fun demo game to showcase the new controller. Feels great. And I've played a good amount of the new Spider-Man Miles Morales on there.
Not sponsored.
So, not sponsored, but hey, PlayStation.
Call me.
Trust me, I PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, PSP, PSP Go,
I
Vita.
will say, I gave it some thought since, whatever the last podcast we talked about which one we pick, right? And I'd probably have to go with the same thing as PS5. I feel like, generally, I've bought PS games, PS systems. I have the Xbox 360, and that's probably the last thing I've got. Clearly, I don't know.
Not to get too much into this, since we did already kind of discuss it.
I'm sorry. I thought I kept thinking about it like every month, and I want to bring it up, and I keep forgetting. So here it is.
The biggest thing I think is there's two different markets for it. The Xbox Series X is a very powerful machine. It's a very pretty machine and things like that. PlayStation, one of the reasons I've always been drawn towards it is the exclusive games. I know I mentioned them before, so I'm not going to re-mention those, but there's a lot more games that you can only play on a PlayStation, whereas with the Xbox, if you have the money to get a more powerful PC, you can play a majority of the games that come out on the Xbox. So unless you want that console experience, if you want to play those PC games, if you can afford a PC, you might get a better performance, better, experience, have more peripherals you can use, because you can still use an Xbox controller on PC, so you can use keyboard or controller and things like that. So, yeah, there's just two different markets. They're both very good machines. I don't own an Xbox Series X. I don't plan on getting one, but I know that there are obviously a lot of people that do, and they enjoy it. But yeah, for me, when it comes down to the games, I'm going to want those PlayStation exclusives more so. But yeah, I've had PlayStation consoles for a very long time, and I used to play the original PlayStation a whole lot.
Wow.
But,
all right. Good to know. So, I will say, I yelled at you in a month.
You did yell at me.
I did. It was great.
You bully. You bully. Send help, please. Just kidding.
That's what I did. That was great. That was a great time. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, let's just put it in minor context. So I did a review of Steam recommendations because, I don't know, once in a while I like to just do whatever. So I figured, let's just whatever Steam recommends, I'll watch the trailer and say yes or no. And then Smokinace had to bring up XCOM for some reason, and I called him out on it. So that was fun.
Good times.
Very, very rude for sure by me. I apologize.
No. Sometimes you're watching someone and you just want to light that match.
And you did that. I think
I had to. I couldn't help.
To be fair, I think I upset a lot of people that stream. I upset Elmo Cinema. I upset King Kong wrong. It's great. So
we all had fun. We all had fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. I just wanted to do something different. I thought that was clever. And something different.
It was an interesting take, and it was nice because you can watch on YouTube or something like that somebody reviewing games. It was nice to have that direct interaction, which I think I've mentioned it before is one of the reasons I like Twitch as a platform.
Yeah, you could do
personally,
whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever, but also within reason.
Don't murder somebody.
You can get that. You can get that instant feedback and that conversation. So for example, the XCOM. I could mention a game and you can immediately do it as opposed to you post a video and then you've got to wait till you upload that video and then I say, have you played XCOM?
Right.
And then you have to see the comment. So to kind of have that fun little banter back and forth, it helped make that stream really interesting, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, thanks. I try. No, I think even I saw there's a Twitter account too that I would recommend. Kind of is 2-second Steam games or something like that, where like it literally, or like, sorry, not 2 seconds. I think it's like 6 second Twitch. Let's see, 6 second Twitch trailers. They're all the new ones, but obviously a lot of them are crap. But yeah. But yeah,
hooray, shovelware!
I just thought, is a good thought, and I had a lot of good feedback of like, probably it's great to see, somebody's what they like, and obviously like why I don't like it and whatever, stuff like that. So I thought nobody would come, and then people started coming, and then people started raging. So it was great. It was a good conversation, and again, even after the fact, King Kong was like, I saw, I think, Hyperchai stream it, and of course King Kong was there, and I was like, oh, like, did he make you play this? Like, is kind of funny, and then obviously like she's like loving it, so it's kind of funny, but yeah, I'd definitely like to do it again, maybe, and then I don't know, but of course I can't find it, but yeah, it was like 6 second Steam trailers or whatever.
I'm sure I'll do a little more looking into.
If not, I'll post it later in the comments, but yeah. Played a Sea of Thieves, tabs, according to Steam, tabs, Don't Starve Together, Trackmania Stadium, Toho, I think. I was gonna play some Frostpunk. I'm definitely excited for that one. Oprah Din,
I forgot about
Return of the Oprah Din. That was hard as nails. Definitely have to. I think I'll play that off stream. It's just I feel really dumb. I feel like I like puzzles games, but I don't want to be like struggling, and then like, it's boring for viewers. So
nah.
And then sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say one thing. If you want to do something like that. In that case, you could always let a little bit of backseat gaming in that you can, work it out with people watching if you want. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't work. It's just hard to, because if, while you're streaming, it might be a little more difficult. There's a really easy puzzle, but you're focused on streaming and you go, oh man, why can't I think of what the answer is to this? But then off stream, you're like, oh, well, that was blatantly obvious.
That's kind of nice because it's the same maker. If you don't know, it's the same makers of Paper Please. So like, and I'm really glad because it has some playability, where and I'm struggling because of course they're not saying their names. They're just like, I'm dying. I'm like, all right, thank you for that. Like, come on. So I think eventually, I know it's a great game, but I just know that I don't know why that happened. I just know that I feel like I'll be a little bit more not as like dumb feeling if I do it off stream. And
That's
then
fair.
Practice speedrunning Portal without Elmo Cinnamon, and then just recently got Slay the Spire by King Kong Wong, so played that like once. It's a deck building card game. And I will say, what was I going to say? Oh, the Twitter account is stream trailers in 6 seconds. So it takes new Steam games and they condense it down to like 6 seconds of, how it's like, the trailer for like this game, and it's like now entering this thing, and they skip all that, and like no one cares. Okay. And most of these games, they're new, they're indie games. Some of them are really crummy because they let anything on Steam these days. I'll be honest with you.
Not wrong.
So yeah,
you're not wrong.
At least, I think that would be a fun thing to do is go through some of these and be like, 6 seconds, and then like decide on that too. That'd be fun.
That'd make an interesting. You have to go with your gut reaction
in just 6
for
seconds.
those 6 seconds.
Yeah, I actually
which
heard.
is,
Which is crazy, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll figure it out. It's just just to change it up from the generic. Because I'm at this point where I'm just like, I'm playing the same games over and over, which is great. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't really feel like playing RimWorld right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And who knows? Maybe with those 6-second trailers, you might find a game that
yeah.
you go, wow, this looks really fun. And then you find a game that you really enjoy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know right now is some Steam and Good for Gaming sales and other websites. There are other websites available that have sales. So, yeah, definitely pick up some. Anyways, let's get to our main topic. I'm sorry, we're done here. Let's get to our main topic of... so this is actually, I've been thinking for quite some time, and I keep forgetting about it. And I'm so glad I, remembered it. But, because I keep talking about it every time I stream, I'm like, I don't play this anymore. So, our conversation today is, what games did you play as a kid, or genre, that you don't play anymore? And maybe if we have time, which, yeah, we probably will, what games did you play in the past that you still play today? So we'll start with games or genres that you used to play as a kid and that you don't anymore, and maybe elaborate on why that is. Go. Oh, you're struggling with this, but when I call you out on 007, you're like, yeah, you know what?
When it comes to James Bond and all of that, man, I'm right there with it. You don't need to worry about that.
All right. Anyways,
so this was a difficult topic for me because I still play so many varied games. I've said it before on here. I'm sure of it, and I've definitely said it on stream. I'm very much new shiny. As with many people who play games, the backlog is miles long because you get distracted by something else. A new game comes out, a new console, a new system, this, that, the other thing comes out. So it was kind of hard to think of games that I don't play anymore. And that kind of led into us, deciding maybe to do games that we used to play, and then we still play in a different form now. But going to some games that I used to play a lot that I don't play anymore, a big one was Tetris Attack. For anybody who doesn't know, that was a spin-off game of Tetris where it was more pattern matching, and you shifted tiles as opposed to having the normal Tetris dropping down. But the difference there was it could be competitive. So it was like 1v1. And my family, we would play that a whole lot. Me, my mom, my sister, we would play that game against each other all the time, played against the computer, things like that. I haven't played that game in forever. They actually did just re-release it on the Switch in the as one of the SNES Classic games. So I'm breaking what this topic is about. I did play this game recently, so I'm sorry. It doesn't fit the criteria. But before that, my parents still have the Super Nintendo hooked up. We still play some games on it, when we go visit and things like that on occasion. But I don't play Tetris Attack nearly as much as I used to, even with it coming back out on the Switch. So there's one of them. What is one from your past?
I think mine has to be a genre because
Okay.
I feel like mostly Need for Speed. Let's just start off with that.
It's right there on the list.
I know. So Need for Speed, I really love I'm dating myself. Need for Speed 3. All right. It was a terrible graphics. Even for 2000s, it was I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know. It was all right. I used to. Sorry, I will bring this up now.
I didn't know this was going to be so painful to you.
Because I just love the crap out of it. The thing is here. I'll pull it up right here. Bam. See how graphic? I mean, you can't see this, but the graphics.
Oh yeah, no, it's right there. I see.
It's right there. The graphics are alright. I mean,
Scouter's actually sitting in that closet right there. That's how we do all these podcasts. It's much more spacious.
Don't tell everyone.
Than it looks.
I used to. I guess the hard part for me was I used to play Need for Speed a lot. I had, and I really hate myself too. I had the steering wheel and pedals,
wow.
And I think that's probably why I got into it a little bit more.
Understandable.
I don't know where it is. I think stupid young me threw those away for some reason, and now they're like $3,000 or like $300. It's ridiculous.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, I'm kicking myself, but yeah, I think that helped. But like, I liked racing. I used to, and then I just started collecting the Need for Speed series. I tried. Mm-hmm. I did Underground. I did,
Underground.
Oh, jeez.
Underground and Underground 2, those games were incredible. I have wanted this is going to sound weird, but every E3 and every console generation in my more adult life, when I think back on it, I have waited for an E3 where they showcase Need for Speed Underground 3 or like, the next Xbox reveal for the console. I was hoping they were going to show Need for Speed Underground 3 or, with the PlayStation or even PS4 and Xbox One. I have wanted a new Need for Speed Underground for so long because those games were so much fun.
And I think the problem, so like actually I'm looking at Wikipedia, the greatest source of stuff, obviously. So, Need for Speed 3, Hot Pursuit was 1998.
Hot Pursuit.
God, I'm old. No, that's, Need for Speed 3. I played the crap out of that. And then, Hot Pursuit 2, Underground 2.
So good.
I feel like, wow, there's way more. As I was going to get to, and what I'm going to mention, is that they came out with so many so quickly, and I couldn't keep up. I'm like, screw this. Like, I'm not I don't know. I'm not fond about it. Like, I that's probably what got me out of it. Is just, I was like, I'm not gonna get all of these because it's just, there's so many.
Yeah, there are a lot of good old ones.
Anyways, do you have any more?
Actually, curtailing off of that one, my brother and I used to play Need for Speed Hot Pursuit a lot. We had a whole lot of fun, playing the cops versus racers mode and stuff like that. And I think part of, and actually this will tie into another one that I'll talk about here in just a second, going kind of a genre as well of the racing. I think one of the reasons that I started to get away from it is because a lot of the newer Need for Speeds, they kind of shifted more towards the online racing. And I started to realize, hey, maybe I'm not nearly as good at this game as I thought I was. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. I'm like, oh man, I'm getting first all the time. I'm drifting around corners. I'm doing a perfect, hairpin e-brake turn and all this, and I'm not hitting and then I raced against other people that do this a lot. And it definitely turned me off from kind of the racing genre. And you get into, those lobbies, and this is in any game, not just racing, but the people that are more on the troll side, and they'll just try to crash into you, or they'll just try to, ruin the race or something like that. So I moved a little bit more away from the racing genre because of that. I still get excited on occasion about racing games. Like, I used to love the Gran Turismo series. I still enjoy it. I do want to play the next one that they have, but I don't play it nearly as much as I used to. And kind of shifting towards that, I would say fighting games. On Super Nintendo, we had Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat.
So, as a guy who plays Final Fantasy VII,
that's not a fighting game. That's an RPG, sir.
That's an RPG, sir. Check yourself.
But yeah, fighting games. We used to play Mortal Kombat a ton on Super Nintendo. We'd rent Killer Instinct and play that a whole lot. I remember getting, sore knuckles from doing the Test Your Might in Mortal Kombat, trying to break that diamond or something like that. And, just having, sore, tired knuckles from trying to, mash the buttons fast enough. But then, once more fighting games started to get internet connectivity and stuff like that,
same thing.
I started to realize, hey, just like racing games, I'm not nearly as good as I thought I was.
Yeah.
I don't know the combos as well. I don't know the way to juggle someone and keep doing damage or deplete their whole life bar, in one move, basically. So it just kind of got more frustrating than a fun release. So, again, like racing games, I do play them on occasion. I don't play them online. When I had a roommate, we would play, just some Mortal Kombat against each other on occasion, or have some friends over and we would play, like a tournament by ourselves. But yeah, fighting games is another genre that I do get interested in. Like, I'll see, a new Mortal Kombat's coming out, and I go, you know what, I kind of want to check that out and look at it. And then I just don't, I realize that I'm not going to get as much entertainment out of it as I would, say a Final Fantasy game or a cat game.
Or a cat game. Cat game. Oh, Pets. Remember Pets? Oh my god. Sorry.
I never had a 3DS or one of those, so I never had like the Nintendo dogs or something, but I had some friends that did, and I'd see them on occasion.
God. Anyways, sorry.
No, you're good.
No, yeah, I think I didn't get back into Need for Speed until Hot Pursuit 2, and that was fun.
Such a good game.
That was a good one, because it was like, you had, campaign mode, and then, like you mentioned, be a cop mode. You could do Spike Strip, and that was, that stepped up the Need for Speed 3.
That is so good.
Obviously, but...
I just had an epiphany.
What? I'm sorry.
It's been a while since I've played, and I know that sometimes...
EA could go jump in the lake, but, that's another story.
Well, see, here's where...
Sorry to interrupt.
Here's where here's where I can negotiate with you. What they should do, and I know that there are servers on PC that'll do this, but for Grand Theft Auto, they should do more of a cop role that you could play online. Like I said, I know there are PC communities that do like GTA role playing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but think,
I was just gonna say,
if you could do in the base game, maybe for Grand Theft Auto 6, which there's been tons of rumors swirling around forever about the next Grand Theft Auto. But hey, Rockstar, if you're listening, please integrate a Need for Speed type, be a cop mode into Grand Theft Auto Online, because that could be really fun. Because I could tell you about more stories playing the Be a Cop mode, or Cops versus Racers, or I can't remember what it was called, between me and my brother, than I can tell you. Yeah, it maybe. But I can tell you more about those playing with me and my brother than I can tell you about the rest of, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, because it stuck out so well in my mind and was so much fun.
Good games.
Good games.
So, I will say, the closest thing that got me back into it, racing, is Wreckfest.
Okay, yep.
Because it's just graphically great. You could crash car. Like, obviously, I was a jerk when I played Need for Speed. Obviously, against AIs, like you're mentioning, of like ramming into them and trying to get first place. You know, but at least I feel like Wreckfest is obviously designed for that. You're supposed to be a demolition racing game, like demolition racing, versus AIs versus your friends. And I think what makes that game so good is that, like, you know, you need to be skilled, otherwise you're gonna spin out and wreck. You know, you're gonna spin out and you're in last place already. Like, so that's what makes Wreckfest so well done. I know it's still some issues, but you know. Sorry, I just thought of something. I'll talk to you later. But anyways,
Okay.
anyways, so yeah, I'd say
next time
podcast
after hours.
Yeah. Although I already mention what we're going to talk about next month, but this is added to it. Anyway, sorry, random. But yeah, I would say Wreckfest would be the one for that. In terms of racing, in terms of me getting somewhat back into it. But that's about it. Like, I don't know.
I swear your cat just smiled at the camera. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Just looked so pleased, like, look what I did. I made it where I wanted to be.
Smug.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was awesome.
Anyways, sorry. Hopefully she's done. But yeah, I feel like racing, I just don't know. I mean, I really am is it out? I think it's out yet. Burnout 3 was freaking amazing.
The Burnout games.
Now
I have a lot of memories of those.
Yes, Burnout. I know there's another one coming out.
I didn't know there was another one coming out.
It may have came out already. I don't know. Maybe it's a remastered. I have no idea.
I know that they did Need for Speed Hot Pursuit remastered just recently.
What?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Hey,
I might now get that too.
Hey, Scouter.
Yes.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered came out.
All right, cool.
It came out just recently.
Maybe it's Burnout Paradise.
It looks like they did a Burnout Paradise remastered. There's something that it looks like. Okay, that
it has to be Paradise. Maybe I'm thinking of Paradise because I'm just like looking at that and I'm like, oh my god, that's gorgeous. But yeah,
Burnout Paradise Remastered. It looks like it came out June 19th.
Okay, then yeah, that would have been it probably. But I'm pretty excited about just even that. Like as you said, Burnout 3 when that came out, or was it just original Burnout?
I don't think
it's just no, it's just regular Burnout. I'm just saying Burnout in general, just a racing game, and then you crash, and then it's
to make the biggest crash.
That mode was fantastic. It's just everything about it. So yeah, I might pick up Paradise. Now you're getting me excited about racing games again.
Hey, this is part of why we do this podcast, because, you might get more excited. Don't get me wrong. While I was talking about fighting games, I have Mortal Kombat for PlayStation. I can play it. I kind of want to play it, you know.
I kind of want to play it again.
When you talk about those games and you get those nostalgia feels coming back up, it does make sense.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm playing Track... I just mentioned playing Trackmania. That game I played right when it was released. In like 2003, and I loved it. I just couldn't stop playing it, and I've been watching this speedrunner. I don't know if I linked you, or no, it was Geek Tech, but because he likes it, and I was just like blown away. I was like, oh my god, like makes me look silly. Like obviously he's not a speedrunner. Like I guess speedrun to the extent because once you beat it at a fast pace, there's really nothing. I guess you could, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know. It's really cool to see, regardless. But yeah, Trackmania, I'm getting back into, just like I said, when I originally played it, like 2003. Yeah, I want to say I was like 13. I just loved it. And then I mentioned to like Geek Tech, I was like, yeah, remember when Trackmania was free? I mean, it's not that expensive right now, anyways, but. Yeah, Trackmania Stadium. But I guess that's the closest. Like, I'm playing it now, and because I'm just like nostalgia effect of. But I don't think I'll get back into it. But yeah, maybe playing Burnout and now that remastered Need for Speed, I might. That's getting me excited.
You'll have to check your Discord messages. Okay. I sent you a little link there.
All right, will do. I'm scared.
No, don't be scared.
I'm scared.
Nice.
Nice. I'm just gonna.
You're welcome.
I'm just gonna pet it.
You're welcome.
I'm just gonna do this the rest of the stream. But yeah, now I gotta go out and get that. But yeah,
I trust me. I've thought about buying it as well because it Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, like I said, just had such a lot of good memories. It was just such a fun game to have it updated, to new shiny graphics. You can't beat that.
Yeah, exactly. So, anything else? Otherwise, we can move on to games that you used to play that you still do. I mean, you kind of mentioned it, but
yeah. One more that I kind of thought about. The more I thought about this through the last little bit, the Donkey Kong Country series. I loved Donkey Kong Country 1 through 3. I loved Donkey Kong 64. I know that one's a little more of a divisive game because some people think it wasn't as good as some. And there's of course Super Mario 3D, Super Mario 64 and stuff like that. But yeah, I loved the Donkey Kong Country series. Why is that such a hard thing to say?
I don't know. It's okay.
And they do have the newer games for the Switch, and they had them for the Wii U and stuff like that. I just don't find myself as interested in getting them. Like, I love playing the old ones, and I think you can play the first two on the Switch through the Super Nintendo app. But yeah, that was a series that I 100%ed with my mom, actually, because she loved playing those games as well. But we 100%ed Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. So obviously I liked playing them a lot, but it's just another game that I used to play a whole lot of. I would love to play more, but I just haven't really gotten into them more recently. So I would say that's the last of my don't play anymore by themselves game. Do you have any more that you don't play? Or
I guess now that you mention it, I guess like Super Smash Brothers. I mean, I feel like I did put it on like my holiday list of Super Smash, the new one, because obviously there really hasn't been anything since 64. To be frank with you, like I don't know. There's not too many other ones that I really, genre or games that I guess Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but I feel like I didn't play a whole lot of that. I know, right?
Yeah.
That's hard as
Same
nails.
Here.
But yeah, I mean, it's just mostly racing games. I just fell out of it, and I guess I can't keep track of why. I just think I would like it. I guess maybe, if Need for Speed 2, remastered, I think maybe I'll try that out, and then I'm probably gonna fall back in love with racing games. I don't know. If it's on sale, I'll pick it up.
I do have one more game that I will have to say was a big part of my childhood that I do not play anymore.
Yeah.
3D Pinball Space Cadet. Anybody who searches that, I didn't remember it by name, but anybody who searches that who was a kid in the 90s or early 2000s with a computer knows that game.
I was gonna say I thought that's what the game was, but then
I couldn't remember if it was like Microsoft 3D Pinball or whatever. But that is one that just by you're welcome.
Well, I think the problem with that game is that I knew how to cheat in that game, and once you knew how to cheat, it's all over.
You monster.
Yeah, worth it.
Maybe I'll stream that game next.
Do it.
Go for the high score. I don't know what the world record high score is for it.
Sorry.
I love it.
So
had to throw that one in there.
No, that's a good call. Honestly, no, I'm jealous now. Anyways, what games did you? I mean, I kind of know them right now. Mega Man X, Final Fantasy. What else? Are we done here? I mean, no. Where I already spoke for Smokinace, so the games that I've played...
You forgot Metal Gear Solid, by the way.
And Metal Gear Solid. No, but for real. What games did you play that you still do today? Let's go to that road.
So yeah, like Skyler mentioned, Mega Man X, I played that a lot more as a child. We were always excited for a new Mega Man X to come out. We were always excited for a new Mega Man X to come out. Because that was a game that I had a lot of fun with my mom playing, and with my dad too, but my mom and I would play that game a whole lot together. And I do still play that more recently I've played it. They've released a few collections, like the Mega Man X collection, Part 1 and Part 2, where it had, the whole Mega Man X series. They've made some more Mega Man games recently. I kind of wish they would make another Mega Man X game, but I don't know if they ever will. The Mega Man Legends series, which was a Mega Man RPG, really fun. They made a 1 and 2. They were working on a 3, but canceled it. So that one, I guess, does fall under don't play anymore, just because they don't make them anymore. And then and of course, Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid, Siphon Filter. I've wanted to get into some of the newer games. That was a game series that I played a few of them way back when, and then wanted to pick up more. Or Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell they've made more of. Siphon Filter, that one I don't think they made any past 3, but I don't remember. But some other ones that I kind of thought about, and I thought, I don't play these games anymore, but I play something like them. The game Rampart for the original Super Nintendo. Actually, it was originally for the regular Nintendo, but it was for the Super Nintendo. A fun little castle building game, little kind of top down. You would try to destroy each other's castles and then rebuild them. And there was also a campaign mode. That game, it's not around anymore. They could easily remake it, but there's a lot of games that are kind of similar to it. It was almost in a way kind of the closest I can think of offhand would maybe be like if you did like a multiplayer Angry Birds kind of, where you're trying to destroy each other's stuff, but yeah, that's another game that I used to play a lot of, and I had a lot of fun playing, with my siblings and things like that. But they're just not. It's not around anymore, and games like it aren't really there. But also, kind of going back, yes, there are still some racing games that I still play, some fighting games that I still play. I take it you've never played Rampart by the look on your face.
No, sorry.
Fun game. It was very.
It looks
simple.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really simple. They could easily put it on mobile now. That would be an easy game to make mobile and to make, a real-time kind of fighting game along the lines of, like, Clash Royale or even Boom Beach. Boom Beach is sort of similar in Clash of Clans in a way, not nearly as much, but they're kind of like a more modernized version of Rampart in a way. That's a bit of a stretch there, but that's the closest resemblance I can think of now that I think more on it. Not Angry Birds, but more Clash of Clans, kind of like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, for me this topic was just difficult because there are so many games that I used to play that I still play or I play newer versions of now. But yeah, with that, I will turn it back to you for games that
you know these answers.
Hey, all right, so...
yeah, let's see what you got. Come on.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Nice, yeah.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, yeah.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
No, actually, no. I actually didn't get into 3, but...
Yeah, I'm the same. I played 1 and 2 to death.
I didn't even play 2, I'll be honest. I didn't.
Fair enough.
I played 1, and then I didn't think 2 existed, and then 3 came out. I was like, eh. I mean, I like it now. I think I was just not. I don't know.
I think I had moved past the Roller Coaster Tycoon games at the time.
That's why I was like, yeah, maybe you're right on that.
Yeah,
I was done with
2. Had a lot of fun, but
and then 3 came out. I already spent too many hours on these, and I don't need to play too many hours on this. And then Planet Coaster came out. So yeah,
and then Scouters Gaming ended.
that ended that. But yeah, mostly Roller Coaster Tycoon, like you said. So this is a good point. So I follow Pulsu. I think that's how you pronounce. She had some great questions recently, and you're gonna know where I'm going with this. But it was like, what game did you go back to that what game that you could play that you just like, let's say you're at a stretch of you know what, I don't feel like, let's say months and months of not playing games. What's the one game that you could play that would be like, all right, let's get back into games? And I think you know the answer on this one is Resident Evil 4 was my answer, because I loved that one for sure. I still play today, and it's just so damn good. Excuse my language, but it's so good. And I know Bioshock Infinite beat it, but I'm like, man, can I put Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 4 and number 1-B? I'm at that point. It's just that game literally made I haven't played any video game really very much until Resident Evil 4. And when I played it, and then I took a long break from it because I couldn't beat a boss, and I came back and I beat it. It's my first game I ever remember beating, and then still play it today. I'm like, man, I love games. That one's still Resident Evil 4. I will never get tired of it. It's just so brilliant. But yes, apologize to that. But yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon and I think pretty much any city building game, SimCity 3000, classic, and if it wasn't for those games, I wouldn't even be involved in any of the indie games that I like today. Yeah. All those building 2D Skyview. Even the original GTA 1, I played. I don't like GTA now. I guess that's another one. GTA. I used to play GTA, the original GTA, and the PS1. I played the crap ton. It was a Skydown, pixelated Grand Theft Auto, and now the new Grand Theft Auto. I started to fall in love again, the new Grand, because I haven't played it.
So good.
But it made me kind of fall in love with it again, but not to the extent, I guess. But I don't know, it's just stuff to do. But yeah, that's mostly the games I talk about.
Yeah.
I still play Backyard Series, Backyard Baseball, Backyard Soccer. Those are just brilliant. I have a kids game, and I just destroying the kids game AI in the hardest mode makes so satisfying. Yeah, definitely. I will give Good Old Gaming a plug, because if it wasn't for Good Old Gaming, like, releasing some of those games, like, you could play SimCity 3000, you could play, so definitely, check. That's why when you mentioned that game, I looked on Good for Gaming if they had it, and they didn't, so that's sad. Like, they have, some, what's it called? Age of Empires on there. They have, some other ones. Definitely, definitely check it out. If maybe not Age of Empires, but what's the other one? Anyways, definitely good old games. I would highly recommend, because they do bring some old games back to life, and I love it.
Another one off of that really quick, if you don't mind me plugging this one.
Fine.
But Super Rare Games, they do a lot of physical releases of some older games. That site can be very dangerous, because you're going to see a lot of stuff on there that you go, "Ooh, I need it. Ooh, I need." Like just last year or earlier this year, I can't remember. They released a physical collector's edition of Chex Quest, which, super fun game. That was a cereal box game way back when, but they do a lot of really neat, a lot of really neat collections, and just, like I said, physical releases of some older games that, you might have completely forgotten about or never played before. So kind of like good old games, they really hit that nostalgia feel, along with newer games that just don't get like a physical release date or a physical release. They'll maybe put together something that you can get this package for a physical game of something that's only normally digital.
Sorry, Empire Earth is the one I was thinking about.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I gotcha.
Which is way better anyway, so.
Never played it, but.
It's stupid good. I will also give another plug. We're plugging a lot today. Is limited run games. Have you heard of that one?
Yes. Actually, that is what I was really thinking of. Super Rare Games is awesome, but I was thinking limited run games.
That's another one, but I think that's more recent games.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted the Samurai Jack one, but I didn't really feel attached to, it.
Yep, that was like I said, Super Rare Games is another good one, but I actually was thinking of limited run games. They're the ones that did the Chex Quest release.
Little like Infernal and World of Goo, like both of those, like.
Mm-hmm.
Is it getting bad?
I saw something here for you, if I can get it to come back up, but it said something along the lines of Cthulhu Saves Christmas.
Yeah, I saw that. Cthulhu Saves Christmas. I don't know what their game is, but.
They're doing a PS5 and a Switch release.
Wow.
But
Towerfall, that's definitely a good one. I played that a little bit, but that was fun.
Yes, yeah. You are 100. I'm glad you mentioned this, because this is the one that I was thinking of. Like I said, Super Rare Games is a really cool website as well. But yes, the Spelunky Collectors looks really cool. Some other things. Anyway, I'm getting way off topic here.
And then, I will also, sorry, one more, I promise, is they're unfortunately not a thing anymore, but Indie Box Game.
Okay.
Which, I'm just gonna take a guess of which one, Stanley Parable. Of course, and Hand of Fate. Oh man, sorry. You want to hear the story about that? By the way,
let's do it.
So real quick, I promise. All right, so Indie Box, right? I followed them on Twitter like ages ago, and and they have Hat in Time, they have Invisible Ink. I think there's a Black Friday sale, so definitely pick up some that they have, like Invisible Ink is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
The Sega, I can't say it. Anyways, so Twitter. So I followed their Twitter because I was like, man, they got to do a Stanley Parable one, right? So of course, like, you know, I tweeted to them. I was like, "Dear IndieBox, please release the Stanley Parable. Your friend Scouter75." And they're like, "Yeah, you know, if you want to submit," and they're cheeky. They're like, if you want to submit it, you know, please go to this, you know, link and submit one. And we'll, obviously they have to, like, get the license, I assume licenses, and, like, obviously I didn't get the shirt there, but it came with, like, a mouse pad, a tie, and whatever. Anyway, so I was like, all right, you know, I'll shoot the shot. So I did that. A couple weeks went by. I see a tweet from them saying, you know, while everyone's doing, I forgot, like, the context, but it was like, while everyone's doing this, we're here pushing buttons. And I was like, I replied in full caps. I was like, the Stanley Parable? And I think they liked it. And then, or whatever, they obviously, like, and then they released it. I'm like, I called it. I was like, oh my god, like, so yeah, you're welcome. So, not gonna lie, I'm so happy about this. You have no idea. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid that it's like in this little thing, and it's.
I love that the box. The first thing I think of is the old. Was it Norton or whatever? But Nuts and Bolts.
Oh.
If you remember that. That PC program.
I think they couldn't. What I read later is that they couldn't do the original like cover, like the game. They couldn't do the game of that because like some copyright things. So
yeah,
I think that was the reason. Because like obviously the Hand of Fate one is like I'm not a huge fan of Hand of Fate, but I was like, if they have a game that I want, that I like, that I'm okay with, then I'll pick it up. But anyways, I'm pretty happy about that. I bought it like right away. Anyways, we're getting on topic. Definitely check out those. We're not sponsored by any of them. I wish, but definitely pick up some if you see some cool ones. Like I just found out about limited game run games, so if I just found out about it, which I'm a major gamer, then that means you probably didn't. No, I'm joking.
I try to avoid their website just to avoid buying.
It's too much money.
Many. Like I just saw a Detroit Become Human collector's edition that looks really cool on there, but it's a little pricey.
Yeah, you will.
Just a little pricey.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's all we have time for. I think this is a good time
I
to
believe
end.
So.
I will spoil this next month. I think we're going to talk about. You'll just have to wait till next time.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
What a cool
You know what?
Man.
If you guys comment below about what games that you played in the past, then maybe I'll spoil it for next time. No. Anyways. Yeah, please definitely comment, subscribe, like this video. Definitely, if anything, if you don't give us a sub or like, at least give us a comment of what games that you played or that you don't play anymore, because we could talk about it for sure and give us something to talk about in the future. So
you might remind us of a game that we forgot on here. You know that, oh man, I used to play a lot of that.
Right.
It just slipped my mind here or something. I've never forgotten anything at all in a podcast. That's
never.
For sure.
Yeah, like I said, I think there's a lot of games that we we wanted to condense in an hour because we could go on this the whole day if we wanted to.
Oh yeah, but, especially games that I used to play and play now. I will say that, like Sarah said, I am very excited for the next podcast. I am really so definitely.
Well, I'm gonna put more on top of it after we get done. Anyways, but yes,
fair enough. I like it.
Comment, like, hit the bell. Appreciate you guys listening. Check out Smokinace. He's an awesome guy. That Smokinace007 on Twitch, on Twitter, everything you can think of, he's on probably.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, but mostly Twitch and stuff like that.
But of course, make sure to check out Smokinace007 as well. Follow him on Twitch. Donate to his Extra Life page.
Stop in here. Well, that one's for sure. And then again, we like to say if you donate to one of ours, donate to the other one. So
absolutely, and it all goes to charity. It all goes to the hospitals. So we are both very passionate about it. We both enjoy it very much. So I don't know what might give that away. But yes, thank you all for watching this and listening to us talk about our previous gaming lives.
Yeah,
because it's always fun to look back at what kind of brought you to where your gaming is now. So
for sure.
I had a lot of fun with this one. As difficult as it was to think of things that I don't play anymore, it was fun to think back.
Because you just flush it all away.
Oh, absolutely. I defrag the mind on a weekly basis.
Sonic the Hedgehog, I still play. That's another one.
Nice. Oh, I haven't played Sonic in forever.
It's stupid.
But it was a good one.
Anyways, thank you. Love you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, everybody.
See you guys next time. Bye.
Take care, everybody. Bye.